Good morning, everyone. We are live here, and today, instead of Clarity Boost, we have networking conversations. And I will have an amazing guest, Tracy, and she will introduce herself in a minute. And we're going to talk about spirits and wines today. And I know it's so early because Tracy, she's in UK and I'm in Norway, so it's definitely not wine o'clock in our countries, but it's coffee time in our countries. However, nobody stops us from talking about wines and spirits or spirits and wines. So I will give now stage to my guest, Tracy Gilchrist, and she will say something about herself, and then we have few questions, and I'll tell you what we are going to do later. So Tracy, stage is yours. Tell us about yourself a bit, and my main question is, who or what inspired you to start your business and educate people, beginners and curious about wine and spirits and what to choose and when? Stage is yours, Tracy.
Thank you, Lolita. I guess really for me, I've always had an interest in wine. I had an ex-husband who was a catering officer in the military, so we always bought lots of lovely wine home. I kind of like did a professional qualification for fun. I never thought I'd use it because, obviously at the time I was a trained nurse. I was working in lots of different departments. I've done, intensive care, I've done A&E, I've done school nursing, I've worked abroad. I never thought I would actually have a career in outside of nursing. So when the opportunity arrived during the pandemic to work with the John Lewis Partnership to do online wine tasting, I jumped at the chance. And it was only because some sort of business connections a couple of years ago that said, you should do this as a business. You love teaching. Your eyes light up when you talk about wines and spirits. And I thought, could I do that? Could I possibly do that? And I think because of networking, I've built relationships that people can help you with. When you've been working in the public sector, running a business is a totally different thing. So you kind of need to look at other people for support. And I find that networking is really great for doing that. So I took the plunge and I decided that I would be helping the beginners and the curious, because there's nothing worse than walking down the wine aisle of your grocery store and not knowing what to pick. It's all right saying, oh, well, we're going to have a few cocktails, but actually what goes in them? What spirits do I need to make margarita? You need someone to ask. You need someone to give you that confidence. And so that's what I love doing. I love telling stories about where the spirits or the wine have come from. And I love educating people. So that's what I do.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. And I think, for example, myself, I definitely that person that walks and he has no idea what to buy. Even, if I choose to get non-alcoholic drink, I still don't know. And so I just go by the label, by the colors. And so, yes, education is very important, especially in today's environment where the culture of drinking it sometimes gets in the way of our ways of living. And it's very important to know what to drink and whether to choose alcoholic or non-alcoholic. And I remember once at one of the meetings we had, networking meetings, because we both are members of 4N, you mentioned that, if you want to show up for your mother-in-law, which I don't have, God bless her, she's already, not with us. But I was thinking about, young people who want to impress somebody, and they could, but they don't know what drink to choose for their dinner or lunch party, and that's very important. So yes, thank you very much for doing that. And I love the name of your business, CellarClass. It's like, do you want to elaborate about how did you come up with this amazing name for your business?
Well, that's interesting. It was actually another 4N member that came up with that. I asked for some sort of like feedback. can, what would I call myself? Because I want to I want to teach people, and I want to be able to do that in very different ways, whether that's a full formal wine tasting or just as a speaker at a present, after dinner speaker, or maybe at a networking event. I want to be able to get people to understand what I do. And it was Amelia Murfitt, who of Business Bees, that came up with the idea, and we sort of Googled it, and it sat really well. And then I chose another 4M member to actually make my logo. So yes, so Claire of Studio 47. So yeah, all
Oh,
of
I
my
mean,
4M members helped me.
I know them both, and I know them both. So yes, now let's talk about foreign and opportunities that foreign creates for us to present and share our expertise. And I know that you are going to do that this coming Monday, which is 10th of November, and I needed to check the date because I don't know what happened with the first week of November. So what are you going to do, and where, and what are you going to talk about?
So at Money Matters, I'm going to be talking about how to get the best value for your wine and your spirits. So whether it's just, is it worth the purchasing a bigger bottle of, sort of more higher price point bottle of wine, and those few pounds, does it really make a difference? I'm going to be talking about when to get those bargain offers when you're on the high street. What are you looking for, particularly when it's coming to Christmas and you may be actually making extra purchases for gifts? So what to look for and how to get the best deals.
Thank you very much. That will be very interesting because at Money Matters, we always talk about something money orientated. Because, yeah, financial stress, especially before Christmas, it goes through the roof, and it is very important. But listen, as I say, financial stress, we still need to enjoy our life. We still need to play because we human beings, we need that excitement in our life. And I am looking forward for your talk. So now, how can anybody join your, like, our meeting, and how can anybody join and listen to your talk?
So obviously they can, I suppose, on LinkedIn, when we share this, we'll be sharing maybe a little post about this. You can obviously follow the link. We'll pop the link in there for the meeting. You can also contact us. We're here. Our contact details are here. So message us privately. We'll get you in there as a visitor. If you have not obviously ever been before, you can come along for free. And if you're a 4A member, then why not join us?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because at 4N, we're energizing businesses, and that's very true. And we help each other, we support each other. So that's very true. Thank you very much, Tracy, for sharing this morning with us. And of course, as Tracy said, you can message us, and I obviously will post. I make a small post about this, and I will include the link. But it is best way to join, to message us, and we will set you. We will secure your spot because we can do that. And if you are a visitor, you obviously will attend Tracy's presentation free of charge, and our meeting free of charge. So yes, Money Matters, next Monday, 10th of November, 12 p.m. UK time, and everybody welcome to join. And we already have a good number of people. So obviously many people are interested how to save money on wines and spirits. So that's good to know. And so yes, that's it from us today. Drink responsibly and network. So we will see you next time with maybe another tip and another foreign member. Till then, always be you and enjoy your life. Thank you very much, Tracy, as well. And I will